okay, I won't fall off. So I figure if the students can do the grad challenge stages, I can pull this off. And as I say to my students, this is like a big whoopee pickle, moments, ideas of my career. So this is how I reinforce my big whoopee pickle ideas. August 1978. Yes! I have a job teaching math at CVU High School. I bought this material using MC Escher's print and made this celebration shirt. I sat on a bar stool ordering a beer and explaining to someone, I have a job, but I cannot go to work since we're on strike. True story. Our health insurance is not going to be paid 100%. Dream on, huh? Give me another beer. Times have changed. Instead of beer, let me do some Tai Chi and drink some tea. Instead of students wanting chewing tobacco underneath their lower lip, I have students addicted to cell phone gadgetry. Instead of 8 periods a day, we have 4 blocks. Instead of gym classes, we have wellness classes. Student dress, let me see. I used to ask female students to cover their backsides. But when they did that, their front became too revealed. They became human teeter-totters. Now, the question is, are you wearing a dress, or is that a tunic, and you forgot your pants? Are those shorts, or is that a bathing suit bottom? Just a few weeks ago, a male student of mine was wearing this black Ford, was wearing a t-shirt that said, blow me! It also had an image of a wind turbine. He got away with that. And you want my students to concentrate on that. One year, when I was told by students that seniors were thinking of not wearing anything underneath their graduation gowns, I said, did you ever stop and think that we're all naked under our clothes? The math lesson on reasoning proceeded on from there. I need to honor those who have helped me teach over the years. This is when I'm probably going to start crying. Larry Wagner. Larry Wagner helps me every day I teach. Every day. Larry used to teach math here at CVU. He since has died. However, when he lived, he taught me to teach with spirit. He had a saying, when in trouble or in doubt, run in circles, scream and shout. There are many ways to measure. How about cartwheels down the hall? How about playing opera during class work time? One day he visited my home and said, let's write a geometry book. And we hand wrote the book. Those are the days before computers. I want to honor, I'll probably get crying here. I want to honor my colleagues who have died. Ann, Jerry, Larry, Scotty, Hal, Russ, Betty, Kathy DeVoe, Jean Tribb, Audrey Moore, John Emerson, Bob Everett, Jim Bowles, Wayne Peckham, Jim Cole, Leona Vilman, John Koulavas, Sue Bonner, Brem, Lucian Lambert. Did I miss it that you want to mention? I re-echo what they said, on the shoulders of giants. It's the only way we can pull this off. I want to honor my parents. They taught me that worthwhile work is a gift. CVU is lucky, real lucky, because my parents taught me to work hard, get the job done. My mother taught me to send a card with love, to ease the pain when somebody else is experiencing or celebrate their joy. Years after I sent a student a card, a man approached me in a lecture at Middlebury College, and he told me, "I still have your card." I wept. I want to honor the power of being open-hearted. Small, simple acts of human kindness can have a huge impact on a person and on a community. When a student told me, "Mrs. Heatherly, I've seen it all," I looked at my student and I told her with tears brimming in my eyes, "My heart goes out to you." Over the years, when I struggled with certain students, it took me a while to realize that I needed to place that student in my daily prayers. Instead of going ballistic one more time in my mind, I could open my heart and say good morning to that one more struggling adolescent. Over this year, students have helped me. When I returned to school after being with my mother to help her die, my interactive math program class left me a message on easel paper. "Dear Patty, hope you can get through this tough and difficult phase of life. Best wishes from Manus, James, and Pete in our R2 class. P.S. Word." Earlier that year during Halloween time, Manus was running down the hall with some sort of lightsaber, with Pete Lennis close behind with a meter stick turned hockey stick. Discipline was never my strong suit. When one of my students from another IMP class committed suicide, we gathered, circled up. I had the chance to express, "You are precious human beings. Be kind to yourselves." Before I even entered into her class, a student stopped in the hall and hugged me and asked me how I was doing. Tragic times call on deep felt emotions. Love binds us. During one of the renovations, the fire drill went off once again. We went outside in the midst of the bulldozers. The rest of the school was called back in. We, of course, could not hear. One of my bad students had a phone. I called the main office. Thank God, this will be out there waiting here. Brandon Longfader brought back tea from Kenya. He also brought back. Could you turn this sound down or off? Sorry, I missed that. I'm almost done. I got another page. Okay. He also brought back this understanding of Ubuntu. He shared that with me. I am what I am because we all are. And here's a quote from Desmond Tutu. "Person with Ubuntu is open and available to others, affirming of others, does not feel threatened that others are able and good, for he or she has a proper self-assurance that comes from knowing that he or she belongs to a greater whole and is diminished when others are humiliated or diminished when others are tortured or oppressed." Sometimes parents and students have noticed what I do. James Pete's mom once told me, "You gave students slack and then you reeled them back in." One of my parents sent an email with a regarding message. "Hooray for Heatherly!" I was about to delete it. I thought it was an advertisement. Right? She explained how she knew that her son now understood algebra because he now teaching his sister at home. There have been times over the years that I felt I could retire. I once had the chance to sing with half the student body in the gym. I led them in a song called I Am a Promise, I Am a Possibility, I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality. We rocked. For me, it was a religious moment. The vice president, in another situation, the vice president of student council called me up to do Tai Chi in the center of the gym floor during winter carnival. With my heart pounding, I walked up. I decided to bow to each class. I then started. Students shushed each other. It was truly a magical moment. It was a sacred time. Who says you can't mix religion with education? Years ago, when I thought about speaking with you at this retirement gathering, I thought maybe I would be slapping down a piece of liver on a plate. Some of you know what I'm going for here. For years at CVU, I had students who thought I had eaten my son's students who thought I'd eaten my son's placenta. They would stop me in the hall and ask. They would raise their hands in class and ask. It went on and on. You wonder.
Talk about it in health class.
There you go. You wonder where these rumors start.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. After I gave birth at home to my son in 1983, I visited Pam's Lord's class with my son.
My fault.
Parenting class and brought photos from my neighbor, the midwife. In one of the photos of another woman's birth was the photo of a placenta on a dinner plate. That is where it started. My son is now, he's close to 30 years old, got it? My son is proud of being part of an urban project. Keep the mystery going. That's one of my philosophies. Hang on, I'm getting ready toward the end here, but I can get my prom here. A few years back, this poem, true, came to me at school. And when I die, will I see the end of pie? Now I listen to one of my lessons to my students. Keep breathing. I certainly will not miss starting out the school year with listing the body parts, my body parts, that are falling apart. Who knows? I may even jump up on a chair and scream out, "Fly to the sky!" And when Shep asked me earlier this year what I was going to do upon retiring, I responded with this: I'm going to undo. Now, all I hope that I can listen to myself. Thank you, and goodbye.